GP here, bringing you another TAW member video. Today's TAW member and star of the video is Kanaduh, playing in red, and he's playing as the Bulgarians. Now, the map here is Black Forest. You see the teams, one team up top here, that's Kanaduh's team. The other team down below here, that's the enemy team. Kind of an interesting map layout. We'll get to that in a second. Also on Kanaduh's team, in the middle here is Slam of Gamer Legion, playing as the Koreans. Next to him in the other pocket is Balvin as the Berbers. Great Civ. And TAW playing in purple as the Vikings. Opposite them in gray is Jimmy TAW Timez as the Malay. Yellow Spanish and Naked Nipples. Classic. And green is Villiams, host of Black Forrest Bourbon League. Villiams. He's got a great Twitch channel if you want to check out some of those Black Forest games. And lastly, but not least, Teal Roggy, great player, one of the highest deathmatch strength players, playing as the Vietnamese, and we already have some scouts action going on. So, taking a look at the map, kind of weird to wall off on the sides, but this middle lane is also kind of weird too, because usually there's more lanes connecting the players through the middle, but this one running parallel between the two teams kind of changes things up a bit. There's the bear. I was wondering where the bear fight was going down. So Kanaduh's got a choice to make. Okay, he's choosing to wall off here. He wants to kind of keep this middle. And if you didn't, at Black Forest, everybody can see the map. So all the players are aware that this lane through the middle exists. A lot of good boar and gold resources there. Kanaduh probably wants to keep that middle lane. But what's interesting is his teammate on the other side is not walling across that middle lane. So that kind of gives access for Gray, an enemy team really, to get in behind Red's walls here. So that's kind of interesting. And then taking another look at Red's walls, he's really hemmed in Roggy here pretty solidly. So we'll see what he goes for. The Bulgarians could go classic man-at-arms rush. A lot of people think Black Forest is kind of a wall up and boom, and it certainly can be played that way. But it's not the only way that it must be played, right? So, taking a look on the other side between Jimmy and TAW, kind of a similar situation, right? There's two small gaps, and then this middle lane here for the players to worry about. So, looks like Jimmy was able to push TAW away and has taken a bit of an aggressive, okay, Kanaduh's going to rush, bit of an aggressive wall, and this is an interesting lumber camp spot from Gray, because it's not, I mean, this wood line is, I guess, exposed. He's got this very easily, this is going to be just to keep pillagers close by to do a quick wall if he needs to, if there's some aggression that comes through, so kind of interesting. So Bulgarians versus Vietnamese on one side. We got Vikings versus Malay on the other side. So two archer civs there. Bulgarians, though, not really known for their archery. Siege infantry is the Bulgarians. Could be interesting. Could see some Krepos action. It's funny casting a 4v4. Look, I mean, just look at all this score to look at. All these stats. Villager idle time for every player, TC idle time, resources, eco. Looks like Jimmy was able to kill two of TAW's Vills. Looking at the eco killed lost here. Jimmy's got 2 kills and 0 deaths, and TAW's got 0 kills and 2 deaths. So if we look at TAW's, yeah, he's only got 16 vills, so quite far behind everybody else. Well, Roggy's got 16 himself, right? So And we see some scouts have been killed as well. Looks like from yellow and gray has lost their scouts. And there's the barracks. So Kanaduh said that he would rush. Probably make those militia that will turn into men-at-arms. And I also see Gray sending 2 villagers forward here through this middle lane. Could be really easy to just wall this off too. Vietnamese player, on the other hand, dropping a barracks. Probably will see an archery range. He's also docked. Black Forest players looking to take every advantage they can. So we will see docks. It seems kind of counterproductive, but think of the docks as being another way of generating food and villagers. Once these are fished out, we'll see fish traps, and that's just as if a villager was working, so it makes sense. Not today. Looks like purple is getting aggressive with the villagers here. He is outnumbered though. Looks like purple will lose another one. Yeah, it's lost 2 more. So this Vill War is not going his way. Tiers 0 and 4. Now 0 and 5. So he retreats yet again. Purple really wants to finish his wall over here. Gray is not having it. And here we go. So we got Bulgarians breaking through. Roggy trying to run. We got 4 men-at-arms, a scout, and 5 villagers. Going for a tower and maybe a Vill kill here. Blocking with the scout. Good job. Kanaduh there gets 1 Vill kill. Tower these berries. It's a valuable resource in the early game, obviously. Counter tower coming down from the Vietnamese player. Scout being annoying. And the Bulgarian tower will definitely go up first. Vietnamese scout is down. Another Vill kill for Kanaduh there. Nice. And he avoids getting 2 damage from the TC, which is good. And from the tower, which is really good. But his Vills... yeah, his Vills are fine. What is this? He's building a house. And going for the fish and chips. I like it. Oh! Almost. Almost not quite. Kanaduh looking around to see what else he can get. Thinking about towering the water, it looks like. Spots the wood line. Quick walls from Roggy. On the other side, some more Vills. Vill War extraordinaire going on over there. It's a lot of idle time from purple. Kanaduh changes his tower location to tower this wood line. And this is a lot of villagers here. 14 villagers under threat here. Roggy repairing the house. But Roggy will clean up that tower at least. More Vills go down for Roggy. Tower goes up for Kanaduh. There goes the scout though. It's so hard to micro all these villagers like this, but good job from Roggy to knock that tower down real quick. These men-at-arms are going to do work though and continue to kill villagers. It's chaos through there. Look at all this. Still 4 men-at-arms alive. And all 5 of the original villagers, which is fantastic for Kanaduh. And as long as the fighting is going on one side. What is this? Okay, the Spanish player dropping a castle to stop this villager aggression on the left. Kanaduh trying to snipe another villager, maybe. Will not get it. But he's knocked the Vietnamese player off wood, which is obviously a very important resource. Thrown his chaos, or his eco into chaos, and is still a threat here. So what's this going down? Oh, he's gonna wall off. Now that's interesting. Still 5 men-at-arms. So throughout all this, Canada's been putting more men-at-arms into the fray, and still walling off the retreat for Roggy, though I guess he could come this way. It's also stonewalling off reinforcements, so really interesting move from Canada there. Slam likes it. Beautiful. And still no wood. Straggler trees really is what Roggy's forced to take. That's got to be so frustrating. And now Canada's stonewalling off on this side as well. Everybody except Canada. Oh, and purple's still in Dark Age. Yikes. Purple's Ville counts 28. We got conquistadors in purple's face, so yeah. The Berber player making camels to help out. Another tower coming up on the fish, trying to stop as much wood or food eco as he can. Roggy looking for any kind of tree line that's safe. This is smart, sending him way out of the way. And also quickly attacking with his villagers. Roggy's at 27 vills, Canada's at 35. So, Roggy by far the least villagers of anyone in the game at the moment. Looks like Canada will lose his first of his forward vills. Double stone wall from Canada. It's kind of a moot point with this pathway here, but it's so funny. I don't think either player realizes that yet, that those walls are there. Mongol Villiams is boomed like crazy. He's got 4 TCs now, and he did wall off, expecting Canada might come his way. Little does he know that Canada decided to wall it off. And Roggy now taking wood where he can. On the other side, we have 3 TCs for gray, feudal age for purple coming in, which is nice. Oh, how'd these guys get in? Canada loses a vill. When did those guys get in? Huh. Oh, did Roggy snuck a vill in? When did that happen? Oh, payback from Roggy. He snuck a villager, half-dead villager in, dropped a stable, and now has scouts in Slam and Canada's eco. Nice. Nice. Should cause havoc. Tier finally hits feudal. Conquistador still causing all sorts of problems. This castle is very well placed. There's no way he's going to wall this off anymore. Spanish player, 1 TC all in, castle crawl. Spanish build buildings faster, so that makes them a good tower or castle rush civ. Berber camels are the only thing standing in the way, but Conquistador should be able to kite them pretty easily and then hide within the castle. And there's not the second castle will go up. There's nothing these Berber camels can do when there's stone walls being placed around it like that. On the other side, these scouts are finding anything they can get, including fishing ships. Just being generally very annoying. Who's got 88? Slam's got 88 vills already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TCs. On the other side, Villiams has got 70, so both players in the pocket opposite each other are booming like crazy. It'll be Mongols versus Koreans in the boom war. Both flanks for the home team are on 1 TC, which is interesting. As we see, 3 TCs for Gray, who's a bit more of the boomer action, and the Spanish player has got the 1 TC with castles in and conks. And it's starting to be a scary amount of conquistadors, 10.
Monday.
And they don't have any blacksmith upgrades yet, but that's fine. They kind of come out of the castle ready to fight, as we see this forward gold getting taken. Luckily for purple, he's got all this gold back here, so this isn't the end of the world, but definitely looking a little scary. He's got nothing to stop it, so he's relying on his Berber player to help him. 2 more TCs going down for the Bulgarian player. Things have cooled down on the right, though this forward is still very much alive. And a sneaky tower. And a sneaky dock. Canada's saying he's going to boom into Halbs. I don't know about Halbs against... Oh, Siege Onager and Halbs. Yeah, I was going to say, Halbs against the Vietnamese is not a good move, but when you throw in a Siege Onager, that changes things. Slam at 118 villagers now. Villiams at 93. Roggy's at 40. And Tier is at 38. So on opposite sides of the map, pressure, and this pressure is so much worse than what Roggy's facing, right? Roggy's all walled off, happy, he can stabilize. Tier is dealing with all sorts of trouble, as we see now. 19 conquistadors. And they're just going to run right through the MTTC. But if they can get caught by these 15 camels, maybe... Doesn't take many camel hits. Oh, they survive. But so do the camels. Yikes. 25 conquistadors now. This forward dock being very annoying. Forward tower, forward dock. There's a castle from the Korean player who might go... Another castle from the Spanish player. And purple's got to evacuate. This is really looking bad for our heroes. Fourth TC coming in for Canada. Slam has lost his pond here. That's got to be annoying. More annoying are these 27 conks. And 3 castles. But purple's on his way to Castle Age. And we see Imperial Age coming in for these players as well. Coming in from Jimmy. So much to look at. Purple reestablishing himself back there behind orange, walling off. And Roggy still being annoying with these 4 scouts. Here come the war wagons. It'll be interesting. Looks like most of the attention is going to be on the right. Until Canada springs forth with those siege onagers. And he'll just do a short little cut through right through here. Or right through here. And it'll just flood in with halberdiers. Oh, I didn't get the walls down. That's unfortunate. These conks are just gonna march right through.
See?
And they still look like they got defensive upgrades, but they don't have any offensive upgrades quite yet. That's okay. 16 attack is quite enough. Makes sense to spend that money on something else. He's only have 48 villagers, and 1 TC still is naked. He's putting all his effort into making this army, and 32 conquistadors can obviously take down buildings. Take down anything real quick. Anything but a castle. They still will have a decent sized trade line, but it's under threat.
Monday.
They don't have anything for this conquistador army as of yet. And they're just going to keep castle hopping. As we see Arbs coming in now from the Malay player. Luckily purple still has all these villagers here. Might be thinking about the castle soon. Probably spending that stone on town centers though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that Naked has done this a few times before. Build up behind, drop the castle. Siege onager coming in for both teams. Canada's on his way to Imperial Age. Counter castle from the Berber player, which will be very helpful. But I was going to say, we really need a castle on the right as well. There's Tier's castle. Oh, good fight here. Caught the conquistadors out in the open a bit. Took out maybe three or four of them. Lost 2 castles in the process. Those fire ships though, so annoying. Slam sending out the probably elite war wagons by now. Nope, just regular war wagons. Bombard cannons out now. We got bombard cannons coming in from the melee player, arbalesters, conquistadors working their way backwards to clear up purple. I like the castle, although this purple castle is under threat. I do like this Viking castle to stop the Spanish castle drop spread. And man, Roggy's stable is getting a lot of value. Now knights coming in and just disrupting things. So it looks like Slam is prepping Siege Onager, just kind of biding his time. He's got Slam's got some trebs and some bombard cannons of his own. Conquistadors are pulling back. And now it's a bombard cannon micro war. Keep snipes one of these bombard cannons, which is good. Bombard cannons will take out the keeps, no problem. As long as Jimmy's paying attention. Treb's working on the castle though, this is good. And Conk's finding some good kills there from purple, but can't help but think they'd be better suited over here at the moment. Balvin prepping skirmishers. Slam working down the castle, and once that castle's down, he'll be able to move forward with siege onagers. On the other side, we got elite Mangadai and some Ferrari siege against what will be siege onagers from Canada and halberdiers. Slam losing some bombard cannons, but taking a few out as well. Skirm's working on, and this is where the conquistadors would come into play. I'm not sure if it's worth going all the way down there, but or better yet, Spanish paladins. There we see the power of the keeps as Villiams was looking to cut through. Keeps took it down, took the onager down. More Mangadai producing castles going down from Villiams. Conquistadors flushing out purple from this corner. Meanwhile, Slam and Balvin pushing the melee player back. Castle from the Korean player here. Siege Onager coming in for red. Imperial Age coming in for teal. I think that's teal. Yeah, coming in from teal. And from yellow. Drill. Okay, so they weren't Ferrari yet. Drill coming in for green now. Everybody kind of biding their time now, though. I think purple will be happy to get all this land back. Let's see what these conquistadors are up to. There's a lot of buildings still to be cleared out from the Spanish player. The conks can't really fight when there's skirmishers on the field, so... I mean, they could, it'd just be a poor trade. Looks like he's just gonna sit back for now. Roggy just made it to Imperial Age. And now we have a bit of Treb War against castles back here. Thinking I need to watch out. Siege Onagers will eat them alive. And the Rams aren't really helping right now because there's no arbalesters over here. It's just halberdier siege, so... Yeah, the Mongol might have been a bit of a misplay here from the Mongol player, making siege rams instead of siege onagers. There are some out there, but if each of these was a siege onager, the numbers would be a bit more even. Now we see Slam clearing some land out too. Ooh, big hit there. 2 for 1 on that, and 3 for none. Okay, 3 for 1. Canada will be happy with that trade for sure. Naked just now making it to Imperial Age. Jimmy being pushed back from all these skirms. Looks like he'll lose a Baltimore Cannon or 2 perhaps. And now we see Naked clicking into Cavalier, so we will see Spanish Paladins, and we see a bunch of stables coming down to do that. And he does have a clear path. The Spanish player could go right in behind this push. Ooh, big hit there. Look at all those Mingadai. Canada will be really happy with that. Mingadai numbers down to 13. There's no Mongol siege left on the field either. As Canada spreads out with Castle, Slam spreads out with Keeps. Paladin now coming in, Champion coming in for Roggy, who is under a lot of pressure now. Ooh. Oh, Canada lost a lot of his own army there. On the other side, there's not much the Malay player can do. This push is slowed but not stalled. Yeah, the Malay player can't do anything with all this siege onagers and skirms around. Bombard cannons are the answer there. On this side, there's just nothing that they can do either, honestly. It's just too much. Spanish player sending in his what will be Paladin soon. All the Spanish castles are cleared up, and purple finally moves back to take what is his birthright. On the other side, Trebs. Oh, Champion's coming in from Roggy. They might have done something, but there's just too much siege. Castle support too. It's just too much. Look how fast that Mangadel is. Or that siege onager from the Mongols. So fast, it's outrunning the halberdiers. Okay, Spanish player trickling in some paladins from this side. Canada fully engulfed the starting spot of Roggy. Roggy's kind of moved off to the right, trying to stabilize and reboom. Slam is slow pushing back all the Malay and Spanish buildings with a bunch of keeps and trebs and skirmishers, while also trebbing down and siege onagering these. But here comes, check this out. 33 Spanish paladins, 35 conquistadors, right through the middle, and they're going to be right behind the attack. Then our heroes, blue and red, do not see this coming. Good job from Canada to keep this castle alive too. It's helping a lot, especially against the champions that are coming through from the Vietnamese player. It's helping protect all these siege and halberdiers. And Canada switching to conics, interesting. Even some bombard cannons from Jimmy and a bunch of siege rams as well from the Spanish players. So this could be quite a push coming through shortly. And they're going to need to. I mean, these paladins will do good work here too. There are hobs on the field, so they got to be careful, but there's lots to look at. But I think this is where the game is on the line here, right through the middle. See how they react. And look, the trade line is right here. I think they'll just push right through and park themselves in the middle of this trade line. Let's take a look at the trade cards. Right now, 43, 41. There's about 100 trade at the start of this raid. Oh, look at this. This is brutal. The siege and some conks to protect, taking out all the keeps in the castle. Paladins running through, killing villagers, killing trade carts, and these conks parked right in the middle of the trade route. Brutal. I mean, the result is it's kind of a 2-on-1 situation here. The Mongol player needing to hold, but you look at how much trade is being killed. It's just epic. So 33 and 27 now. It was 43 and 41. So we're down to about 60 trade already. What a raid this was. And the keeps are kind of helping, but there's still a whole lot. And look at all the castles. Okay, here are the conics. That'll help. Need more halberdiers though. And look at the trade now. 40, 50 maybe, and dropping so fast. It was 100, and now it's like 30. Oh my gosh. There might not be any trade left. Down to 20, no 30 still, it's about 30. All that gold in those carts. Here comes some camels to help. There's a big hit. I mean, the good news is they have the right composition of halves and siege onagers, but all these siege workshops are gone, the castle's gone, trade is down to 20, 30, went from like 120 just to 30 flat, and now the trades are even. So they've definitely got themselves back into it just with that one move. And now the Mangadai are here too. Can they carry this forward is the real question. Heavy camels are there, that'll help. Still more trade being killed, and it's certainly evened it out. I mean, the good news is for our heroes, while this push got stalled, Roggy's completely displaced while Purple is back into his home base, very fully booming again. But they just lost all their trade, and now it's about even. What was a huge advantage, trade advantage for the heroes is now completely obliterated, not to mention all those keeps and castles destroyed. But they've cleaned it up now. Those heavy camels did the work. Paladins can't trade very well against the heavy camels. And Slam already sending villagers to plug this hole up, I bet. Well, it did work. Oh, on the other side, look, they've broken through. Tier broke through with some cap rams, I love it, and they're now getting into their opponent's trade as well. Bombard towers from the Malay player. That's a nice choice. And now halberdiers from Jimmy. As we see some, are those elite berserks? Elite berserks coming in, love it, for the Viking player. Down but not out. So now, quid pro quo. Trades being raided on the other side. Balvin looking to get some payback for that hit. Roggy fully running away. Untenable position, to say the least. Roggy's kind of set up shop down here. Spanish paladins are not, I mean, they'll do okay, but it's expensive to fight against elite berserks there. Anti-cavalry infantry, right? So, and there go the markets. Slam is on this side too with Trebs. Oh no, those are Tier's Trebs. Okay, yeah, Tier did a great job. Good job for Tier from falling back, booming, and then reclaiming his land and just taking full advantage of that. Power of the Vikings for you, I guess. And despite losing all their trade, they've kind of boomed it back up. It's still about even trade at the moment, but Yeah, Naked's calling it. I think that the enemy team is just too constricted at this point. And he took a look at the military, 68 to 200. Kind of tells the story there. Well, GG. What a game. Congratulations to Canada Slam, Balvin, and Tier. Well played to Roggy, Naked, Jimmy, and Villiams. It was quite a matchup, to say the least. I think Canada's early rush really knocked Roggy off his pace. And while he did stay in the game and kind of, was competitive, he didn't really have much of an answer to what Canada and Slam threw at them once the push came. So, and I think that was in large part due to the effectiveness of that early Bulgarian rush. In the same token, the Spanish rush really devastated Tier, but once it got pushed back, that was that. I think the Conks could have been better suited fighting in the front with the Malay. Easier said than done, though. It's a kind of a tight squeeze, and even just a couple onager shots on those Conks would have been devastating. So, yeah, props to Slam and Balvin for holding here, stopping that push and pushing it back. In fact, skirms and bombard cannons and siege onagers was very effective there. And quite a raid, though. I mean, it must be said about the Spanish player. Really smart, taking advantage of the fact that they had access to that middle. Kind of an oversight from our heroes not to wall that off at all. Maybe forgot about it, certainly didn't expect it. And we saw the trade go from about 100 down to 20 or 30 in a matter of moments. So very cool game. Had a bit of everything. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Sneaky Chiefy signing off.